You get the what, John? What was that? Now that we're
Yeah,
live?
we're live now. I'm not putting that out there.
uh, mm, mm.
There it goes.
Cinderella story, out of nowhere, a former greenskeeper now about to become the Masters champion. It looks like I'm a wreck. It's in the hole!
Tell them to go out there with all they got. And win just one for the Gipper.
We have who's on first, what's on second. I don't know's on third.
Life is a banquet, and most poor suckers are starving to death.
When you want to talk sports, you ask folks who have seen it all up close. So on The Al Travis Show, we go with the guys at the end of the bench. Time to talk all things sports.
We've got them, John and Dan, the guys at the end of the bench, and I love the producer with that opener. Cinderella story. Let's just win one for the Gipper. There's a reason that those kind of movies get to your heart. Because yesterday was the same thing. I don't know anybody put any real money on Max Brosmer coming out and lighting it all up, but there's that Cinderella story, right? There's that, what if he just came out and and he just went crazy, and it didn't happen. That was, Dan, we'll start with you. Could there have been a worse total game that Minnesota has ever played? The last half of Green Bay was bad.
No. I mean, I don't blame it all on the quarterbacks.
Nope.
And I read the stat yesterday. If a quarterback for every play of the game, if all he did was just take the snap and throw it into the ground, every single play, he would have a QB rating of 39.
Yeah, we've got a 32.8 for Max.
Bingo. And McCarthy was 34 in the last game. So it's yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a terrible thing to know. That is really hard to know, but okay. But, John, I would throw it to you. I think Max Brosmer showed us that this offensive problem is not a JJ problem either. There's more than just a quarterback issue here. Would you agree with that? We can't run the ball. We can't keep a healthy front line. Offensive receivers aren't catching the balls that they can catch if they're getting paid millions of dollars. Are we wrong? I think there's more to this than a quarterback problem.
Oh, there's definitely more to it. I mean, offensive line was identified as an issue last season when we had the Darnold leading us all, and supposedly they went out and fixed it in this offseason, but I haven't seen evidence of that. I haven't seen any evidence of that. We've got, I think I said this on a previous show, Al, we have arguably one of the top 5 receiving core in
that's what we say,
and I could probably get a pass to Justin. I mean, we've talked about this. Throw it to Justin because Justin is so good. He's probably going to draw pass interference on half of his attempts. So you'll get the yardage anyway. Okay? Just throw it to him. Throw it to him.
You say that. Justin Jefferson had an
2 catches?
He had two receptions for 4 yards, and he was actually thrown at 6 times.
Al, if I catch the ball and lay down, I make 2 yards. I'm 6 feet.
I'm not sticking up for it. I'm just saying that there's a lot here. Hawkinson with a 59 yards was our leading receiver, and one of those was for 29 yards. So, I mean, we had to play. This is bad all the way around. And the interceptions, okay, I don't know. Friends of mine, when he did that underhand pass thing, my friends are like, oh, that's just a young, dumb play. He's new. And I was like, nah, kids played quarterback his entire high school career. He played quarterback throughout college for 5 years. No one makes the underhand lob it up. Spike it in the ground.
Well,
throw it out of bounds. You don't lob it up in the air.
Yeah, it's easy to point to that and say it was all Max's fault, but it's not. It's not.
That 7 points is on him.
Are not why we lost.
No. That 7 points was on him. Dan, you smile.
Oh, sure.
That was okay. Yeah. So give them 7. That's on him.
I mean, he had zero help from the offensive line. I mean, they were he had pressure on him.
Yeah.
Immediately. But
Yep.
that being said, you're right. The play to make there is throw it away, spike it.
On that same line, I want to say the KOC, and everybody loves KOC, greatest coach of all time, quarterback whisperer. They have to see what's happening and change things up. From first quarter to last, did you see anything that changed? They're rushing him. They're getting in on him with 4 people. What do you got to do? Delayed draws. You've got to find something, and we found nothing all game long.
Short pass, short pass, short pass. That's a.
Yep.
So this is how bad it got for folks who didn't watch. At the end of the half, right? They were up 10 points, and they don't go for it on 4th down. They kick a field goal. The announcer's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" They knew they had it won at 10-0. Then they come out. They do basically the same thing at the end of the first series they had. We don't need to go for this. Let's kick a field goal. We're up 16 points. That's all we need. That team was slapping our coaching staff in the face by how the time management. The guys announcing, why aren't they calling a timeout? There's a minute 40. They ran the clock out with the ball at the half. It was embarrassing. Anybody, you're smiling. Am I wrong? That was just flipping embarrassing. It was my coaching knows I beat you already.
No, you're absolutely right. That's that was an embarrassment, and we got it. I mean, you got to give KOC a long leash because of. I mean, come on, last year the turnaround of this team. You can't just go 14-2 and suddenly say falling apart this year is all in the coach's back. But a lot of it is.
A lot of it is. I would agree with you. He's not a bad coach. You don't win 14 games in the NFL and all of a sudden you're a bad coach. I don't believe he's a bad coach. But it seems at times we're not willing to change. We had a great plan going in. We won't change. I think, John, we lose Flores next year. I don't think Flores wants to be a great defensive coordinator if the team can't win. He's keeping the opposing teams under 20 points, and we're losing ball games. He can go get a head coach. I think we lose Flores next year. Thoughts?
That's a very strong possibility. We'll have to see who, at the end of the season, there's always that great purge, right? There's half a dozen coaches that get kicked out, and then the scramble begins with all the assistants, right? But that offensive line, I mean, if you're Seattle, excuse me, and this should have been obvious, they were hungry for Max because they knew we're going to have a rookie out there.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to pound that guy. We're going to rush him. We're going to rattle him.
Yep.
That's pretty obvious. So we should have been prepared for that. If you got to put 6 guys on the line on every play or 7 guys on the line, whatever you got to put on the damn line, line them up and just do short passes like Dan said. Don't try to go for the big stuff. Just move the ball.
0 for 7 in 3rd downs is such a terrible recipe for not getting scores. It was just hard to watch. So now what do you think now with our next game? I mean, do we see any life in this team left? I mean, I hate to say you should lose and let's get a great draft pick. We are terrible at drafting. I read something here, like 4 players in the last 5 years are actually playing in the NFL that we've drafted. Green Bay's got 13 of 18 or something on their team starting. I mean, we are bad at drafting. I don't think you sub this team just to get a pick because we're not good at it. Your thoughts?
We got to give it a shot, but at the same time, no, you can't just. I mean, you can't just lay down. I mean, that's you already had Jefferson just walking out after the game and not speaking to anybody, not speaking to reporters. Which I mean, I don't blame him. He's probably at a If
he said something. How many more?
Stupid. I can't say anything stupid if I just leave.
How many more times do I got to say the same thing? How much I'm sure this team will turn around. It's just such canned stuff. Your thoughts, real quick, John. We have Washington, the Commanders, coming up on Sunday. We'll bust it down on Friday, but
yeah, I mean, no, you can't lay down. Dan's right. You got to play. These guys are professionals. They got to suck it up and do it, regardless of who's going to start next week. Presumably JJ, but. Who's ever out there, and maybe it's time to go, okay, we're not going to give JJ a whole game. We're going to rotate these guys in and out to keep both of them fresh just because.
Let me ask you this. I actually asked my squad on my text during the game, what is the depth chart after Brosma? JJ was out. There's Brosma. Did anyone have a name that if Brosma got knocked, what was there was somebody?
I can't remember his name.
Right. Yeah. Because that guy, talk about obscure.
Someone they just picked up off the they just picked up off the street. I mean, it was I can't remember who it was now, but I mean, so not even the Daniel Jones type. It was just
They because he's got some NFL experience, but I don't know where he came from.
All right, we got to go to break. We have lots to talk about the Viking game. That's probably enough. Let's bury the shovel that we buried that game in. All right, back after this with more
When the stakes are high,
This season, bring the whole family to see Irving Berlin's White Christmas. This smash hit musical based on the classic film returns by popular demand to delight you at Chanhassen dinner theaters. With loads of laughter and a stunning showcase of Irving Berlin songs, White Christmas is a celebration of the romance, friendship, and magic of the holidays. Make your plans today to see White Christmas. Visit chanhassendt.com.
A as in alligator. L also in alligator. But it's not alligator. It's the Al Travis Show.
And we got them, the guys in the bench, John and Dan, talking all things sports. Let's move over to the Wolves quickly. They're on a 2-game win streak, which is fantastic. One is actually a over 500 team, the Celtics, on Saturday. I watched that ball game. Really enjoyed it. Two teams roughly at the same level as far as their overall score for the year so far. So it's one of those. Boston is 10-9 now after that loss. But they're playing pretty well. They have Luka Garza on. I've always wanted to free Luka Garza. He played for 5 minutes and scored 3 points. While he's on the court, he was down 13. But that all being said, I love Luka. But the game, it was that happened again, pretty much back and forth. Minnesota is up. Again, I want to say it was like 12 points with 3 minutes to play. And with 1 minute to play, it was tied up. And I'm like, I am not seriously going to watch this replay, but I was. That being said, they kind of mellowed themselves out and win 119-115 up against Boston. Seriously, if they had lost that ball game after another huge lead, I don't know what I was going to say today. John, they had to win a game against a team with a winning record. There's one, Boston. They're not slackers. You got to win that game. They did.
Yeah, you do. And to your point, they're lucky they won that one, because I thought the same thing. And maybe they're figuring it out, but that's what they need to do. We talked about it. You got to keep the foot on the throat when you're up. With 3 minutes left, by a dozen points you keep going. You don't just coast to the win. You keep going. And then they had another good win against the Spurs. Now, the Spurs were without that. I can't even say
Victor.
it.
Yeah. Victor Wembanyama or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. But those are the teams that they should beat up on. Last year, I remember them losing to teams that had some of their best players sitting. And it was like, this should be an easy win. Why are they losing these games?
Yeah.
So at least they're not playing down to the level of the opponent. They look like they're showing some life and some movement.
Fair enough. Dan,
that's good. That's good. I think it's a sign of things to come.
Dan, your thoughts?
Don't forget, the Spurs are actually ahead of the Wolves in the standings.
Yes, and again with Wemby down, and what got me, and I know you hate that I hate Gobi. I'm not a big fan, but so Victor's not in the game. We now have the tallest human being on the court. He gets 8 points total, or 8 rebounds total, 8 points, 8 rebounds. He doesn't get a double-double with Victor gone. What would happen if he was in the game?
He's not there to score points.
Yeah. You know who leads the league in field goal percentage, Al?
I do know who it is because he can't shoot outside of 2 feet. He should be at a Hondo. You'd laugh. He's got like a 73% field goal percentage. You're a foot from the basket. You're 7.5 foot tall. It should be a Hondo. If you go up, it should land in the basket. Okay. You're just pushing my buttons, and I've had a tough weekend. Now, on the other hand, I saw this, and you'll just do a minute on it, Dan. Julius Randle is now up for debate on whether we should trade him for a true, really good point guard because his numbers are so good. He's showing his Julius Randle, and I hate that because he's the best player on the team, consistent level so far. I know you're going to say Ant, but this kid's been playing good. Don't get rid of Randle, please.
No, I don't want. No, I am now sold on Randle. I am absolutely sold on that. He is. He is the number 2 that Edwards needs, and so he will have the games where he is where he is number 1, absolutely, and he's got the talent to do it, and he's got a lot more versatility than I expected him to have. To be honest, he's got with his ball handling, but at least his distribution, his ability to distribute and play defense and that. So I'm very happy. So no, do not. Yes, they need a point. No, they need a true point guard desperately, but that is not the way to get. That is no. All right, 100%. No, you would be losing too much.
All right, we have to talk Gophers because I know that John just can't wait to talk Gophers. What a season! What a great season! 7-win season. They beat the Badgers here at home for the Axe, 17-7. Does this game not show why? If you're going to have a sports team that plays any time in the winter in Minnesota, you need a dome on it. It was just a crappy game. It was snowing. They had to shovel the lines off. You didn't know where everything was. I watched that game. I'm sorry. Put a dome on it. If you're going to play in Minnesota, put a dome on it. Dan, tell me I'm wrong. I'm not wrong.
Best. That was football weather. Come on, that's what we love.
See, that is exactly why they have the Super Bowl in February now, because of knuckleheads like you and comments like that. Football gets over in early September, late September, early October. That's when football gets done. This is crazy. John, I know you won, and that's all you care about. That's the kind of human you are. But come on. It's like baseball at Target Field in April with a snowstorm. Come on.
No, I'm with Dan on that. That's football weather. Guys hitting the ground and sliding a few extra yards in the snow and fans throwing snowballs around. I love that stuff. I would have loved to have been there and ran down on the field like an idiot after that.
Well, there were some spare seats, you'll notice. Another thing, it wasn't exactly sold out against Wisconsin because of the weather, let's be honest about that. Not on the weather line. I'm sorry, coaches, what are you doing? They're wearing, what they call 3/4 zip-ups out there. I'm coaching either one of those teams. I'm wearing my Artie Cat snowmobile suit. It's flipping cold. What am I, like a team guy, and these guys out there not having sleeves on? You're knuckleheads. You're not any tougher. It's just cold. Am I lying? Come on, Dan. We should come up with full winter wear for these people.
Why don't you go pull up that clip of Bud Grant at 88 years old going out to do the coin flip in short sleeves when it's -10. Then you can complain.
Yeah.
But when he was standing on the sidelines in the 70s, he was not wearing short sleeves in those.
Yeah.
He had the parka on.
Yeah. And he didn't allow the players to have heaters.
Yeah, and long story short, his son coached for Forest Lake High School right after our tenure, John and I's. And you'd go to those games. Guess what? Old Bud wore a jacket to the games. He wasn't out there in the short sleeves. He's sitting in the stands. He's wearing his coat. We knew it. Anyway. All right, it was a good weekend for the Gophers. We'll see what weird bowl they go to. Guys, I'm out of time. Appreciate you both. John, Dan, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
They're the guys at the end of the bench on the Al Travis Show.